Hey everybody, welcome to Friday, Hong Kong. It's 10:15 local time. I'm standing at the junction of Nathan Road and Argyle Street. Police up there with pushing from HONGKONG police station. And it looks like they're advancing up now. I'm going to get over on the other side. So riot police are coming up. This junction here was actually jam-packed with people. A couple of minutes ago it just parted, let traffic through. There were some buses trapped in there. And now there's a line of riot police marching up the road here. There seems to be a bunch of people inside in Choi Street as well. So I'm going to try and stay between the two lines. Good chance of tear gas, so I'm going to take a moment to get my gear ready. Please a pause further up there. So I'm a little late to start things earlier. There was a large gathering early today during the daytime at Prince Edward MTR protesting, calling for the sorry, part of the camera where I can get my own anti-tear gas gear ready just in case I need it later. Yeah, they're now advancing again. So we're going to fall back with them. Yeah, so people were protesting at Prince Edward MTR, asking for the CCTV footage to be released from 31st of April. Hang on. Because there were still people unaccounted for, or so rumour goes, and there's still persisting rumours that someone died down there, which just won't go away. So cops heading up now. Stopping as far as Argyle Street for now. The Argyle Street is still open. Somebody set fire to some bins over there in the middle of the road. The fires, when they started, are always started right in the middle of the road there. They're not affecting shops and things. This was like the front line back in 2014, right here. This used to be the two main barricades were at the north end of the HONGKONG Occupy area. Not actually that many cops there at the moment, considering. We've got a lot of vans behind them, but the actual line of police is fairly small. So, umbrella line back down there. Just check the next street. But I don't think they've got enough there to advance anytime soon. Oh, but there's people running on this street. There's people running over here. Yes, advancing up on Choi Street as well to the same point. And your Raptors are over on this side. Yeah, so in the afternoon, lots of people gathered inside Prince Edward MTR station to do a big sit-in, calling for the release of CCTV footage. Well, there is a slight irony that, of course, we have been smashing up a bunch of CCTV cameras, so how much will remain is another matter. There's a lot of older people as well. They're telling youngsters to go away and let the older people handle it. And then later on, they just shut down Prince Edward MTR station. They just shut down the whole thing. So getting home tonight took a lot longer. Hearing a bit of a chant behind the cops over there. Don't know if protesters move around behind us, or it's just residents. Now we're behind a double-decker bus. So if police want to advance through, they're going to have to actually deal with the traffic on Argyle Street. So Choi Street here and Nathan Road, full of protesters. So I say, you got your Raptor snatch squads on this side. It's regular cops and vans out on Nathan Road itself there. There seems to be more people inside Choi Street than out on the main street. smoke there from a bin that was set fire. I mean, there were still kids around. When I started, like 10 seconds in the scope, there was two young kids holding onto a mum's hand, crossing the pedestrian walkway there. It is a residential area. This is the most densely populated part of the world. Very occasionally it's Macau or Apai Chau on the south side of the island, main island. But it usually comes back to Mongkok, the most densely populated part of the planet. Most people per square meter. So take a pick, Siam Choi Street or Nathan Road. I'm actually going to head down Nathan Road. So if police plans are clear, then they will form up there first and use the side streets as blockers. They'd form up in mass out here, get more cops up and get ready with tear gas, ready to chase down. Or maybe just try and walk people down, because there are still just so many shoppers and things out. So using tear gas out here would be incredibly stupid, which is why they might do it. But so as yet they've not got the numbers to do so, and they're not showing any signs of blocking Argyle Street to get all their stuff across. Protesters fallen back to the next junction. All down there. Now again, you see that all the road railings here have all been disfigured. In previous protests, they've all been lifted out, turned into zip-tied barricades. Let's take 3 of them, put them in a triangle, use zip ties. Zip-tie them together. Now I'm hearing a lot of noise back in Siam Choi Street. Go back or go forward, or always a choice. Let's keep heading back this way. So yeah, all those road railings have all been pulled out and not been replaced. It's made Hong Kong a much more pleasant, walkable city. Yeah, across the road's easier. All across the city. No one's ever liked those. And the important thing to note here is that shutters are down right now because of the tear gas stuff. But you Chinese state media, they keep trying to call these riots and stuff like that. Notice that none of these shop windows have ever been broken. These are all high-end luxury stores. There's no breaking, there's no looting. It is just, the only things that get messed up are police stations, government buildings, and a couple of Triad-owned restaurants after they've done a few attacks on people. The stuff up in Chuen Wan, there's a couple of restaurants and mahjong parlours run by, so the story goes, run by, there were Triad-owned businesses, and there's Triads up there. Did a couple of really nasty knife attacks on people, as well as the big attack up in Yuen Long, obviously. So everyone gather back down here on this road junction. Cops out there showing no signs of movement yet. It's when the traffic on Argyle Street stops that the wiring will have to begin, because there were also police earlier seen down at TST on the MTR platform itself. I don't know if they were getting on the train or getting off the train, or just checking people getting on and off the train. So yeah, there is a van stopped on the junction there. I say, anytime the traffic looks like it might be stopping moving, that's going to be a moment of worry. So the most likely thing that you do is actually see police arriving on the opposite side of and starting to squeeze. Yeah, traffic's still moving in Argyle Street. Come the world's smallest barricades. They are purely symbolic at this point. Although, being word, they might get a nice little fire going. Again, it stops cops for about as long as a regular barricade does, but it makes a nice visual, and it's purely a show of defiance. And as you'll see, it gets put in the middle of the street here, well away from buildings. Because why would people want to set buildings on fire? That's not the government. A little tub of plastic marbles. Oh, it's actually glass marbles today. Okay, so again, we're applying Wile E. Coyote tactics here. Banana skins, marbles. It was actually funny one day they actually just put down a couple of banana skins. It's just the visual of it was just comedy gold. So yeah, glass marbles. Just hope that someone walk across it, fall over, which is not going to happen. But ever the optimists. And the comedy value of it is. Alright, let's get some cardboard boxes out there. Of course, all the press want to get in, get their photographs of that. The car's turning away by mistake. So yeah, just come up at 10 PM local time. Oh, hang on. But previous nights that we've been around HONGKONG police station, it's been that they have like a bunch of police like this come out. They come out and they just basically walk people off. Everyone falls back, and then what happened being an hour or so later, everyone's actually gone back and done another shout at them. As you saw the other night when I went back up there at midnight and it all started again, and was there till 4 a.m. But the crowd say was exceptionally large. I got there just after they cleared outside HONGKONG police station. Apparently they fired like about 15 rounds of beanbag rounds. One reporter was saying he got hit by one of those rupturing and hit against his arm and hurts a bit. So they had a cop round the front trying to be all nicey tonight, saying, "Oh, you wouldn't really believe that we'd kill someone, would you?" And then around by the doorway, they're firing rubber bullets. They're going like full good cop, bad cop. So. And then like a single round of tear gas, 5 canisters, and then everyone being chased down here. But say large groups out tonight. It seems to be more we're going for impromptu gatherings these days. Because the large Saturday and Sunday things, there's not those really scheduled for this month. Now that the MTR is in full collaboration with the government, so they're actually shutting down MTR stations to stop people getting to protests, and more importantly, they're shutting down when people are at protests from getting away. So we're having to adapt to that. So there is a bit more of this kind of impromptu thing where it's head along to the police station, head along to that. So taking Be Water to its next stage. Because when you announce you're going to have to do a big march from 3 PM till 7 PM along these roads here, and then the police shut down all the transport links. Oh, big cart of paper there, that's definitely getting set on fire. I nearly tripped on one of the marbles. Hey, watch out for the marbles, that's it.
I heard about the marbles.
Yeah. You on them right now? Okay. Are they showing any signs of moving up there? It was fairly
the other week in Admiralty, a tear gas shell ricocheted off my head. So I was glad I was wearing it at the time.
First time. I've never seen it. And you're white.
Yes. We are press. Anyone who's in one of these is either press or volunteer first aiders. We're kind of used to it. And we've got the equipment too.
Normally I only see it after March, just on the
Well, this is, I would suggest avoid standing where we're standing. Avoid standing between the front of the protesters and the police, because that's where things are going to end.
as soon as they start moving.
Yeah.
just
to the side. Yeah.
just head sideways.
Sideways.
And if you do see clouds of smoke, just take a deep breath when you get to there, just walk calmly away. Just, the panic that gets you more than anything.
I'll take the
Filter, by the way, on yours.
I'll take the hands off the arm.
Thanks. Take care.
It's a rather bemused English lady there. She was like coming to a couple of the journos here. Just it's her anniversary night out here. So I've only seen it on Facebook. You know, just wondering what's going on. So yeah, we've got a little. I'm not sure if that's something flammable to burn or something slippery, but I'm guessing the amount of cardboard in there, they're hoping to get a little fire going.
There's a web
Yeah, a lot of international media here. It's Czech or Polish. Not 100% familiar with the languages. Yeah, it's going to linger for a bit here. It's our Friday night. Oh yeah, we've got a bit of a blaze going on the other side here. Yeah, I got a strong smell of petrol. So I got some obvious. Okay, spot the tourist. 10 internet points wherever we can spot the tourist first. Yeah, so this is like Nathan Road, a main shopping road. So you got you got Rolex, Shooter, you got all these Chow Sang Sang. It's all high-end jewelry stores, and the shutters are down today. You don't normally see the shutters down, but it's got the stage now where they're like, oh, like shut up and head home, because they know no one's going to be shopping here, so there's no point staying open. But there's never been a window broken. Okay, never been any looting or window broken or graffiti on them. I mean, the graffiti goes on the middle of the road barriers here, or on the road itself. See, there's some faded stuff over here. So that's where the graffiti grows. Just on like what's considered like the public property. Roadside barriers, bus stops, roads, but not on shops. Not on shops. Only the only thing that gets smashed up is government buildings, usually police stations. A couple of triad things then. So even here, this little bonfire, which is like purely symbolic, right in the middle of the road. Look, it's meters away from any shops and things. I mean, there's no risk of this actually catching fire to any of these buildings. It is purely a little symbolic burning barricade, trying to slow the clocks down a bit, which it won't. Just walk straight over it. Sorry, Jack, asking if the protests will be a bit bigger this weekend than before. As I was saying earlier, we've moved to more like an impromptu sort of schedule of protest. There's some things planned. There's another airport one planned for tomorrow to stress the transport links. After last week's one, where it's just a couple of hours there, they shut down the Airport Express. They shut down the MTR running to the nearby stations, Tongchong. They shut down the buses, so people had like a 4-hour hike out. And then people came out in their cars and actually did like a little mini Dunkirk thing, organising for hashtags on Telegram, the back home hashtag, to get just driving out there, picking people up, and to get them past because they had to get past a road bridge with a roadblock, because it's out on Lantau Island. So there's another one of those planned. But in terms of actually planning a big protest march or rally in one place, because now what's happening is the MTR is actually being shut down by the police. They shut down all the stations nearby, and then, or if a big protest starts, they should shut down the MTR stations on the fly, so people can't get away from it. So people have to react to that. So, well, if you can't get a couple of 100,000 people to that rally, and then the frontliners can't get away from that rally after it turns into like 10,000 of your rowdy fun havers, storming the local police station, then of course it's what do? You got to rethink it. You know, you got to be able to get people in and out. You can't be water if there's no way to flow. So it's only more things like this where people like tonight gathered at Prince Edward, unplanned, fairly impromptu. All right. They've got police vans across Argyle Street, which suggesting that they might be blocking traffic up there to get cops through. So that's what I'm going to take that to mean. So yeah, there's police vans on that road that if they move across, maybe they're trying to move cops around to get around and flank these people. Or they're blocking off the traffic. Yeah, the very fact that they're blocking Argyle Street up there, if that could be so they can get the cops across the road, assemble up on this side, be ready to do something. I want to say, so like, all the images that come out there of they threw petrol bombs over there. Look, here's what it is. You've got a little blaze right in the middle of the street. It's 40, 50 feet away from the shop on that side, 70 feet, 80 feet away from the shops on this side. This is not going to set fire to anything. It's a purely aesthetic, visual show of defiance. The press will just go around and take their photographs there. And of course, these are the photographs that will be in the newspapers. Again, so pay attention to how media frames it. Because again, pictures of fire. The old joke goes that if you don't print the pictures of the fire, you're fired. It's the kind of visuals they love. So there's going to be lasers and fire, and but it is, look, there's people going around. There's still tourists going past taking selfies. Still there in like flip-flops and a miniskirt. You know, it's people see no threat from this. So when people try to describe it as a riot and there's a fire, it's like, well, it's a small little bonfire. That's going to burn out in like 5 minutes, even if no one comes in to do anything about it. Protesters get their own shots. Okay. Right, so I've seen a lot of press activity up the far end by where the police are. They've all run up to get a look, see what's going on there. But yeah, those police vans haven't moved. I've not seen traffic for a while, so we can expect to see something happening fairly soon, I reckon. So yeah, this is Nathan Road. We're looking north. That next street up there is Argyle Street. The next kind of big junction further up, further up on this one is HONGKONG Road. And then the junction beyond that was the big junction with the McDonald's, where I was getting my breakfast the other morning, and showed like hundreds of cops walking down the street, in the street at 4 in the morning. And just like 100 metres beyond that is Prince Edward Road West, where the HONGKONG police station is, where everyone's gathered tonight. There's a big one tonight, thousands of people. The daytime one protesting at Prince Edward's MTR station, they got turfed out. In the evening, people gathered here. There was another protest down in Cheddar Gardens as well, Cheddar Square. There is actually a rubber sword in here. Everyone loves a bit of a bonfire. Yeah, so we had a little pop in that, and got to get the fire going on this side for police come up and be massive wankers. Yeah, so the bulk of the material on that other side is already burnt down. I mean, you give it another 2 minutes and it's going to be ashes. I mean, it's cardboard boxes and some styrofoam. It'll burn out really quickly. There's no threat of it spreading the buildings, and yet Chinese state media was like, oh, violent riots. It's like people having a bonfire in the middle of the road. Oh no, maybe the yellow paint will need to be reapplied on this crossing. And there's loads of press here watching. Still lots of just residents and things going on. Someone needs to bring marshmallows. People getting their holiday snaps. Plastic bottle of second pop in the heat. So a fair bit of heat radiating off this now. But, yeah, the withdrawal of the bill. It's only proposed. Some international media is reporting it wrong. They're saying that we've won. They're withdrawing the bill. No, we haven't won. It's only one demand out of 5, and no, they haven't withdrawn it. They are proposing to withdraw it in October, and we can't trust them to keep their promise on that. And it's a post-stated check. It's basically a promise to pay us later on 1 of 5 issues. I did a Twitter poll yesterday, 24-hour poll. I thought, I'll get a couple of thousand votes. I've got a few followers now, and it got shared everywhere on Hong Kong. It was shared on just every Telegram group, LAHKG, and I got 137,000 votes. And even like 7% of people are saying show results, not Hong Kongers. 2% said accept the bill, accept the offer, stop the protest. 9% said no, hold out for 2 to 4 of the protest, of the demands. And like 83% or so said, 83 to 85% said no, we want all 5 demands, not one less. And I had lots of people write me and say, I pressed the wrong button, I want all 5. There was like almost 6,000 comments on it. 24 hours, 137,000 votes on my Twitter poll. Because Hong Kong decided that for some reason that my Twitter was where we're going to hold an unofficial referendum on Carrie Lam's offer, and which was resoundingly rejected. I think I've taken shit posting on Twitter about as far as it can go. I've been called out by 2 branches of Chinese state media, 2 pro-China politicians, and there are firefighters on the other side here. So we've got protesters trying to load up more stuff, while firefighters try to come in and put it out there. Yeah, a bit of a bonfire. I can't actually get any closer. The heat of it's actually drove me back now, but. We're still like firefighters, even though they are, putting out our little bonfire. So like loads of press here, getting their photos. Lots of fun hubbers in black here, with all their gear. So yeah, you can see lots of dramatic photographs of this on newspapers across the world the next day or so. But yeah, here you can see live, unedited. Here's your context right here. It's people making a bit of a fire, people standing around, dozens of press, lots of residents, lots of tourists, lots of just shoppers and things. And no one's feeling any threat. I've been standing next to it the whole time. It's on the roads. It's nowhere near the buildings. It's a bit of a bonfire. Yeah. something in the chat saying people at work, my work, were sharing the poll via Telegram, WhatsApp, asking people to sign up to vote. Yeah, a lot of new people joined Twitter, and I hope they stick around. It's an important platform to be on. It is a hell site, but it's where the world watches from. We will help you learn how to use it in the right way, because right now, like, everyone's like doing these posts where they just dumping like a dozen hashtags, like it's Instagram. It's like, no, you do that on Instagram because there's no retweeting on Instagram. You have to have hashtags and things to be able to find stuff. On Twitter, you don't do that. You just make a short, concise post with good content, say something. Hashtags only, or just tagging lots of people. It's not the done thing. But we'll get people up to speed. I mean, the fact that I got like 7,000 new followers in 24 hours just as that poll was running, it's like no one should be listening to me about anything ever. But I retweet a lot of proper journalists and commentators who are worth listening to. So I'm an idiot, but there we go. Smoke and flame. Still love a little bit of a bonfire. It's like when hanging there. You remember the shot there? Protesters calling everyone to pull back now. They know that now the fire's gone. There's a very good chance the police are suddenly going to be moving south on Nathan Road towards us. So yeah, I just can't stress enough. When you see all these images of, like the other day, like South 21 Post, who's got some really fantastic frontline journalists. All their frontline journalists are absolutely beyond reproach. Won't hear a word said against them. But on an editorial level and an ownership level, they're bad. I mean, there was cops went into the MTR on August 31st and battered a bunch of people, and there's still rumors going around that some people died doing that. That's linked to the protest today. And calls for the CCTV cameras to be released. So, and yet instead of showing images of that, the image was of a little bonfire on the street somewhere saying, "Oh, the city was ablaze." It's like, well, no, it was not. It's like a little fire like this. It's out in a few minutes. You know, it's a brief little distraction. Okay, so everyone's falling back a bit here, so let's go check out Sion Choi Street briefly before the cops come up. So it's the heart of Bangkok. Say it's the most Hong Kong part of Hong Kong in many ways, in terms of like it's your salt of the earth, working class people. From here up to Sham Shui Po. Sham Shui Po is a bit more residential, Bangkok a bit more commercial, but this is your true working class Hong Kong. It's the most densely populated part of the planet. It's people come out here to shop and eat and work till late at night. You have street markets, so everyone these things here. Oh, we've got a bit of some barricades in here. So we've got some little barricades here, which will slow the cops up for like 20 seconds. So this is Sion Choi Street South. There we are. You say we've still got just shoppers, tourists, people out here, families. So it's a very, this whole idea that people are living in fear of riots. It's like, that's the myth they're trying to spread around. It's like, well, no. It's just like, cops up there, protests over here, no problem. I mean, the residents are your protesters. I mean, you've still got the little kiddies out here and stuff. I'm going to get too close, so I'm pointing cameras at people's kids. So yeah, there's another barricade further up at the end here, at the next junction. Let's take a little walk further up a little bit. See if there's any sort of sign of movement on this thing. because the danger that people feel these days is from the police. It's like if the police suddenly came charging down here, they could just grab any random person wearing a black T-shirt, regardless of whether they're a protester or just walking through. You know, it's indiscriminate. It's just you're there, we're grabbing you, you're under arrest. We'll make the charges fit later. I want to dispel one bit of false news that's going around. Some cameras here. As well. There was a report at one time that a North Korean man was arrested. That was untrue. It was actually a Hong Kong permanent resident who had a South Korean background. So yeah, that went around briefly. So we've got office chairs and some broken desks there. Just whatever's found nearby is just appropriated and just turned into barricades. So take a little walk up to Argyle Street. So the traffic, I think, has still been moving. I think the police don't want to do anything tonight there. They might actually just want to. They've secured their police station. That's their first thing, because that's some windows were getting smashed earlier, and they were firing like 15 rounds of beanbags, tear gas. So they've secured their turf. They don't really care what happens down here so much. So they may actually wait for like the crowds to thin out. Because with all the shops shut at some point here, the crowd will thin out, because there's no reason for people to be here apart from just heading through to go home. So let things thin out a bit and then sweep down. Also, they'll be trying to get cops to come in from the south and from the sides to kind of kettle people in, so they can actually just do a rush in, do some snatch and grabs. Yeah, instead of your formal protest marches, this is what you're getting these days. You're getting these more impromptu gatherings. Right, so the cops on Say and Choi Street have fallen right back, because this is the junction of Argyle Street. Outside Mongkok Station Exit D, and just those are the cops here. Again, it's people taking it upon themselves to direct traffic. That's a regular thing. That was where that bin was on fire earlier. There's a load of cops up here. There's an ambulance, fire engine, lots of firefighters there, cars going through, but there's no cops. No cops. Whereas up here on Argyle Street, where it meets Nathan Road, that's where that court line was. Big old crowd up there. Safe bet this guy running the store here has got a gas mask behind there just in case he needs one. So yeah, a whole crowd of people gathered here to a bit of a chant. I'm going to go across the other side of the road. I can look across from the corner and then walk back to where the others are. So yeah, so we'll see how many people it's like milling around, taking photographs and rubbernecking is in there. So this idea that so again, you can see for yourself with your own eyes, unedited. When there's a protest, people will just walk past it as close as you like, completely unbothered, until the police come in and unleash violence, and then everyone's at risk. Protesters aren't doing anything. Right, so they're all on the road junction here. There you go, got a place to sit down. Yeah, so they're now fully occupying this junction here of Nathan Road, Argyle Street. And like I said, once this traffic stops, that's a sign they're planning to head down. So the fact that they've stopped the traffic, so it might have been just to let the fire brigade through, but it could also mean that they've stopped the traffic because they're planning to go through. Depending if a whole bunch more cops turn up. See, they're getting a bit of a heckle. Yeah. Let's soak up the atmosphere for a minute. I mean, there's green lights for this car, but they're not letting it through. A couple of cars that were down there have been directed out. And the cops that are here, they've got their small round shields, so that's like one of your little snatch squads. But for pushing down the street, what they want is the cops with the big shields to actually protect them against incoming missiles. So what they would have is the snatch squads will run ahead and try and grab someone, but they won't actually do a proper full movement until they get fully lined up with the big shields. So they need to push down. They've got protection for incoming missiles. They'll fire tear gas from behind that, and then push forward. And then when everyone breaks and runs from the tear gas, the snatch squads run ahead and try and grab people. I have the focus there. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. I bought some gins with me. I might have a little drink on the way down. Yeah, basically, yeah. Sorry, excuse me. Sorry, got to head through the crowd here. That little sing-song you heard there to the tune of London Bridge is Falling Down, it's a new popular chant that's going around. It's a song mocking the police. I haven't had a full translation of the lyrics yet, but...
You better have your mask on. They have the tear gas ready.
Oh, yeah. I'm good, man. I'm good, yeah. Yeah, it's Friday night, isn't it, you know? Right, they haven't really got numbers to do a push right now. It's just like holding numbers only.
Yeah, they've got a pepper spray and a tear gas already at the back.
Yeah.
Ready. I just saw them.
But they just don't have enough to move down yet. This is no numbers are down there. But where are they sending all these vans? I think so they're sending all these vans over there, and so they're trying to head people over there. Really? Seriously? See? Oi! Turn it off, mate! We already know you're a massive dickhead. There's no need to prove it. Come on. Ah, dear. Just, shining lights in people's eyes here. It says a couple of members of press here, but it's mostly residents and me. It's pure intimidation tactics. Yeah, that's going to work. Oh no, it does actually provide fantastic illumination if I want to look this way. You know, it's still got kids and baby pushchairs being carried through. Again, that parent feels no threat. Oh, grandparent, one of those things. That family member feels no threat for their baby, even though there's a protest going on. Okay? They're not thinking, oh my god, it's so dangerous, get away from it. Because until the police start firing tear gas. It's old aunties giving them a barracking.
This dress is really, really great.
Oh yeah, I know, yeah.
A Korean dress.
Yeah. So yeah, they seem to be blocking off the road here so they can send all their... so they're actually... Looks like they're trying to get head south around the protesters. So... They're not planning on coming down Nathan Road. They're heading down the next road over. Shanghai Street or Portland Road. One of those. But they're not heading down. They're not heading down Nathan Road. That's just a holding group there. They don't have the numbers. but there's a lot of vans heading over to the next street over. So anyone who's in the Telegram groups or that, bit of a movement back there. I'm guessing, yeah, they've got more cops arriving, so they are forming up there. That's a roar. Look at that. The cops have still not figured out that they're not winning it through these techniques. Look at this. Call them rioters when it's residents in little sundresses like that. Yeah, there's a bit of a shimmy up here, but absolute wall of noise from the residents here. I'm not going to say protests at this point, because the protesters, more like your actual protesters, are all down the road there. This is like residents and passers-by and shoppers, and this is the reaction the cops get every time they go anywhere. Oh, gas mask on. Gas mask on. That's what the noise was for. The gas masks are on. And there go the lights again. Young lad giving a bit of verbals and get a bit of shouting return. Oh, fucking hell. So yeah, so that's what the commotion's for. They put their gas masks on. There are certain things that need to make you worry, and one of them is when they suddenly will put their gas masks on. I mean, someone somewhere's planning something. If not here, it could be on the next street where all those cop vans went, or still going. You see, they're still heading over. It's now 10:30. I've been streaming for about 45 minutes. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pause it here and then restart the stream, because it seems to make it more likely to save the video. I will be back on in like 60 seconds. I just want to get a fresh stream going. I'll be back very soon. Stay tuned.